what should I be thinking about in my workouts to remain injury-free? I mean, should I change how I work out? Should I just pay attention more? John, what would you tell me if I said?
The most important thing is actually learning how to exercise correctly. We have all types of athletes that come in to us and say they've been working out for years and there's nothing they can learn. And the point, when it comes down to it, when we get them in there and I ask them to do a simple movement like a squat, they do it completely wrong. It's initiated from the knees, and that's what 99% of people do, and it should be initiated from the hips. So people always come in and they're surprised that they're not actually doing the exercise right. So, that's why we come in and we teach them the proper ways of moving, because moving wrong over time and repetitively is going to cause injury to your, as far as the squat's concerned, to your knees. And doing that over and over again, it's just, it's going to cause more damage. And most people, unfortunately, when they train, they do more damage than good. So what we do is, we teach them how to move right. So they do things right and correctly, and it's more efficient.
How do you educate people on what they should be doing?
Well, when they come in, we do, they should have an musculoskeletal eval. That way we take a look at their skeletal structure, see what's out of balance, what's not, not in place. So oftentimes when people come in, they find out there's a lot more issues going on within their skeletal and muscular system than they ever thought. So, a lot of it goes to posture stuff. They might have shoulder conditions they don't realize, their spinal alignment might be off. And all those things over time will cause injury, because when you have things that are out of balance, it's going to cause, some kind of strength discrepancy somewhere else in your body. And then you're going to have more problems. And then it's all compounded together, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you're a big mess.
So if you're starting a new routine, let's say at 55, I mean, how many times a week what do you tell people?
We always tell people to start twice a week.
Okay.
And that's because once a week is not enough, because then you kind of lose interest in it. And then doing more than, I think, twice a week to start is too much for most people. And then it becomes too intimidating.
If your clients come in and they've never worked out, what do you do?
Well, we kind of hold their hand and just take them and really break the exercise down. As far as, where they should be in space, trying to identify different muscles. A lot of times we get people, like I said earlier, that when they pull things, it's all traps rather than posterior deltoids and their scapular muscles. And most people do that, and they don't even realize it.
All right, so you basically get them on the right track. What is kinesiology or kinesiotaping? Okay, and what is it good for? I mean, it's not just pretty tape, right?
No.
What is it doing?
It can inhibit muscle movement or facilitate. So it does both. So it doesn't act as like a solid cast. So it allows you to move. So if you have an injury, if you tape somebody, like for instance the shoulder, you can actually improve the range of motion immediately. Yeah. And a huge function with kinesiology tape is that the tape actually, when it's put on your skin, it pulls the skin away from the muscle, so it leaves more room for the fascia to move, which lies between your skin and the muscle. So you have better blood flow and a better movement pattern. And with increased blood flow, then the area that's injured has a better chance of healing, because you have more blood going there, more endorphins.
Okay, so you have to take special classes to be able to tape. I mean,
yeah.
I've seen people taping and it doesn't look like it's doing anything. How do you know what to tape?
You can buy the stuff in a store and look at the directions, but you really don't get how to do it, because the tape goes on. The tape, there's a certain percentage of stretch you give certain injuries. They don't tell you those in the directions. There's a certain direction the tape's put on. Some, tape gets no stretch. Some gets 100%. Some gets 60%. So you can't, buy a box of tape and figure that you're going to do it on your own. So the best thing to do is have someone that knows how to do it show you how to do it.
Thank you so much. We've run out of time, but I've enjoyed having you.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.